Thank you, everyone, and good evening. What gives your life meaning? And I must say that what gives my life meaning is the complete understanding that I am an energetic being. That is so freeing, because if I had to wed myself to the mirror or to the calendar, my energy might go this way or that way. But I am in control of my energy, and my energy is power. I am a former teacher. It was mentioned in Japan. I taught in Japan, but I'm an amateur, very amateur photographer. I've taken pictures, particularly of children, ever since I was young. And there's something about the energy of children that attracts me. As a leaf, an autumn leaf, there's the energy of coming disengaged from the tree and crumpling up a bit, and planning to, in the process of decay and giving your life a new life, which is so beautiful, because I'm a gardener, and so I know the value of decay, the power and the beauty of decay. So in the garden, let me just mention, in the garden, that's a favorite spot of mine, and it's wonderful how plants know. They recognize you when you nurture them, because they nurture you, they give you life. You give them life, they give you life. So in my garden, it's shade. So what do I have in my garden? Hostas. One of my niece's husbands earlier said, "Aunt Bea, why don't you put hostas in the garden?" He's from Nigeria. He's a horticulturist. And hostas, but then when I started studying hostas, beautiful big leaf hostas, great things in the garden. So it really gave my garden a presence, in addition to other shade plants. But this year, I needed some sun, because I wanted to bring forth food in the garden. We're in the age of disconnection, so we're disconnected to all sort of stuff. And I wanted to eat from my earth, so I had to dispense of a few trees. And I created the sun, the energy of which we are all a part. And I did a raised bed with some wood. I didn't cut any grass. I just put cardboard right on top of the grass, and then put compost on top of that. Compost. Then I got the seedlings, a nice, let me see, I think 32 seedlings, all sorts of vegetables from Papa John's farm in Severn, Maryland. And I put the seedlings in the compost, and did they grow? They appreciated being free. And within a few weeks, it was like, of course, the squash came forth. Life really came forth. So it was wonderful. So, all summer I've been harvesting, and now I have some winter things going. And right now, the eggplants are so beautiful and purple. So the energy of life. Give to the life, give energy and receive energy. And that's one thing we can teach children, because they're young. Their energy is tender. So often, children are injured tremendously through the power of words and through the power of culture that diminishes their own perception of themselves. I just want to tell you a bit about Diamond. In my neighborhood, which is Ashburton, quite coincidence. Diamond is a beautiful teenager, was a beautiful teenager, lived right down the street from me. And her life was cut short last year by another teenager whose heart, he loved Diamond, but Diamond didn't love him and didn't want to be connected to him. So he killed her. Right down the street from my house. He killed her. He took her life forth because he was so in need of love. and unable to comprehend the love that's embodied within himself and in the gift of life. And as a culture, we don't expect children right away to comprehend these things, but we need to feed them from as early as possible about the integrity of life. And yes, there are disappointments. So, but embrace your disappointment and learn and grow. But anyway, that was a traumatic experience in our neighborhood. In our neighborhood, Ashburn, we have a motto. We say, we believe in education. And the most important education is knowing thyself. Then know all the other stuff, but embrace yourself as a person of value. And one thing I've done, we did Ashburn Young Authors Project, and some of the young authors can be seen up there. And I work with them and work with some schools, and we use storybooks. And we just tell them to write. We have pictures. So talk to the picture and write it down. We're not doing War and Peace. We're talking about 21-page books, or maybe even a 14-page book. But see yourself, appreciate yourself, your face. This is what you've been given. It took not just tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, but millions of years to come forth as you are. And it's such a valued thing that we easily dismiss. But it's true, you know. And then there's that energy. There's life, and then there's energy. I don't know who is the timer. You? Okay, good. There's children. There's neighborhood. Let me see, what else did I say? There's shame and indignity that children, they come to us with open-hearted love. All of them, just about. Most of them. 30 seconds, okay. And we have and life diffuses that very often, particularly in this day and time, diminishes that love and diffuses it into the pain of rejection. And so it's incumbent upon all of us to embrace ourselves, embrace our energy, protect our energy, and help our children to embrace themselves and protect themselves as valued human beings on the earth. And also, what do I think about my death? How do you think about it? Well, I know that I came from excellence, and that's where I will return. I think none of us have the last word on mystery. Thank you.